My fellow prophecy student, greetings. In any written statement or proclamation, whenever a clause is mentioned more than twice, you can be sure it is treated with utmost importance. In other words, when you see that kind of emphasis attached to an end-time prophecy in the Bible, you must treat it with the level of gravity it requires. As I said in a previous video, the 24th chapter of Matthew was my third most read prophecy besides Daniel 7 and Revelation 13. One of the factors that elevated that prophecy to that level of importance in my estimation is the fact that the same kind of emphasis is placed on a particular warning. A warning that is given to us in 3 different places in the same passage. And what is also interesting is the fact that this is the very first among a list of signs that Jesus gave in his intriguing prediction of end of the world events. The important warning I am speaking about has to do with deception in the last days. And according to Jesus' prediction, these deceptions will come as a consequence of the pernicious activities of false prophets and false Christ. In recognizing the danger to which his people will be exposed in the latter days, Jesus in his mercy has seen it fit to issue 3 deception warnings in one discourse about these agents of Satan. The first deception warning came to us in verses 4 and 5. It says, "Take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many." Then later in the same conversation, the second deception warning is issued in the following words, "And many false prophets shall rise, and shall deceive many." And that is found in verse 11. The third warning against deception came 13 verses later, when he further told them, "For there shall arise false Christs and false prophets, and shall shew great signs and wonders, insomuch that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect." That is found in verse 24. This admonition must be very important to the salvation of our souls, for it to be so often repeated in one conversation. Another reason why I assert that the knowledge of Bible prophecy is very important to our salvation, especially for us who are living in the last days. After all, the real issue that this prophecy brought to view is the role that deception will play in the last days as a means of getting people to make the wrong decisions concerning their salvation, and thus lose their souls. All of us should know that Satan is a super intelligent being. What would take us a period of 4 or more years to learn in college can be absorbed by any angelic being in a matter of days. That's the level of intelligence we are up against. Therefore, we should not think of satanic deception in the end time to be some clumsy imposture that can easily be detected. For instance, if you're a deceiver and want to deceive a large group of people into believing a lie, which method would be most effective? Using an agent whom they don't know to deceive them, or using somebody whom they know and who have influence over them to deceive them? Certainly, it would be the latter. Only those with the most influence and gains the most respect are most capable of deceiving you. I'm putting forth this question because I want you to put your mind in detective mode to think like the greatest deceiver of all time, Satan. If we in our own limited intellectual capacity can easily think up an idea like this off the top of our heads, you can imagine how much more superior the ideas that Satan with his giant intellect is capable of implementing in the last days to deceive the unsuspecting. What I'm trying to say is that when we read about the activities of false prophets in the last days, anywhere in the Bible, we must not envision some offbeat fly-by-night evangelist or some infamous cult leaders who are more notorious for teaching outlandish falsehoods than anything else. If we consider these to be ineffective deceivers, how much more Satan? In light of Jesus' warning against false ministers of the gospel, we need to be more diligent and alert as students of the scriptures. As we continue our study of events leading up to the end of the world, we need to understand that this is not the time to be lazy thinkers and depend on the theologians to know the scriptures for us. Only those who know the Bible for themselves and fortify their minds with its sacred truths will be able to withstand deception in the last days? Could it be that most of whom you see in popular pulpits are not really what you think they are? Could it be that many of the preachers we now consider to be respected Bible-believing theologians are the very ones who will actually be at the forefront in the fulfillment of Matthew 24, 4 and 5, 11 and 24? For an intriguing prophecy report on the end-time activities of the false prophets, click the link on the screen or the link below and download the entire End-Time Prophecy e-course package. Go to www.prophecyecourse.com. Sincerely hope you have enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.